Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Shem El Shai, give a double honor to the elder apostles of GMS. Gonna get straight to it. And so it begins. So this is a post on X. And so it begins. So it's just posted 2 days ago, just 3 days ago. So it says digital ID will be required from November 2024 for anyone traveling to EU countries with new entry exit system. So the EES, right? So it says from November 2024, the EU plans to introduce, so the EU talking about this beast set up, this Romanized system, plans to introduce the EES. This is a new digital border system that will change requirements for British nationals traveling to the Schengen area. So the Schengen area, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is basically all European nations with the exclusion of the UK, Ireland, Croatia, Bulgaria, and I believe it's Romania, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the 5 countries that are not a part of the Schengen area. You can look it up, you can Google it. So if any of these 5 countries that I just mentioned, if you're a British national and you want to go, for example, Spain or Portugal, you need a digital ID, right? So let me read on. So it says, if you're traveling to a country in the Schengen area using a UK passport, you will be required to register your biometric details, such as fingerprints or a photo, when you arrive. Okay, so when you arrive to Portugal or Spain or whatnot, you need that's gonna be your new passport, pretty much, right? EES registration will replace the current system of manually stamping passports when visitors arrive in the EU. So there you go, there you have it. The exact date hasn't been confirmed. So there's a whole thing about it. When EES is introduced, you will need to create a digital ID record in your first visit to the Schengen area at the port or airport on arrival. You'll be required to submit your fingerprints and have your photo taken at dedicated booths. You will not need to provide any information before traveling to the Schengen area country. You can read about it, right? It's here on gov.uk. So you can go all into it. So we'll go back. Right. So that's them slipping it in. They're slipping it in. But you got this guy, this is script rejected. They said we'd need passports, the V passports from 2022. Here in Austria, where I am, people like me were weeks away from being declared criminals and fined monthly or imprisoned for not being jabbed. But we stuck to our guns and it didn't happen. They were stronger than, and fewer people were awake. Right? So, this is all rumors. This is all rumors. Okay? So, that's why I said the exact date where it's going to happen. They could easily, they could easily say, oh, it's not going to happen. But this is that's what it's saying, isn't it? So, these are things you have to watch out for, right? And we know that it's going to be required for you to enter into a city. You're going to need to provide some proof of ID, and it's going to be a digital ID for you to enter in. You have proof that you've taken the poison, because when you go to Salakia, if I can get you 2nd Esdras chapter 15, excuse the condition of my weapon. It's quite you can tell it's been used a lot. But so it says, so this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Sedition means rising up against the government. And we see that happening. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. That's what it says, right? Be faded. A man shall desire to go into a city, verse 17, and shall not be able, right? So you're going to desire to get into a country, much less a city, and you're not going to be able to. Okay, so that time is coming, right? If I can just I want to bring this out. So it says it's happening in China now. And this is another a post on X. It's happening in China now. Once you are blacklisted by social credit system, you can no longer use China's CBDC digital wallet, Alipay, or WeChat Pay, which means you can't order food, book hotel room, buy a train, plane tickets, etc. online.
We can really scare the you-know-what out of the global population, and we can gain control. We can start doing things like vaccine passports, and we can restrict your travel. I mean, people ought to be very concerned, because now what are we going through? A potential bank crisis? Be very concerned about a central bank digital currency, where they can just turn on and turn off your ability to purchase certain goods based on your social credit score. That's what happens in China. Do we want that in the U.S.? I think there's certainly people, the Democrats in the U.S., that would like to see that. And with this banking crisis, all of a sudden we're insuring every deposit, no matter how large. Start asking some questions. We can really scare the you-know-what.
Right, because we see that the immigrant crisis, especially with 20,000 Haitians that have pretty much come to the U.S., right? And then we see the Venezuelans, pretty much Jake, and you see the crime escalation that's elevated, man. It's spiked because of the whole thing. See the gangs coming in and taking over, they're wreaking havoc. That's what's been said, right? I'm over in the UK, so I don't understand really how devastating it is, but we've heard the reports, okay? We've heard the reports, we've seen the reports. So naturally, it's going to bring about what they're going to most likely talk about facial recognition, surveillance in tracking and monitoring to reduce crime, you know, for the safety for everybody. That's how they're going to introduce it in. That's how this devil always operates. For the safety of the people, we're going to have to bring it all in. It was him that caused the immigrant crisis in the first place, to bring in destabilizing economies and countries and bring in mass chaos. So again, as they say, order out of chaos, right? Order ab chaos, right? That's the Latin way of saying order ab chaos, right? If I'm saying it correctly. They were even saying it over here in the UK with the rioting that was taking place because of the stabbing, because I believe that Rwandan immigrant, that when he came and he stabbed, I believe, four girls, British girls, Edomite girls, they look like Edomite girls, so-called white girls, British girls. And then there was all that rioting, and you saw the Muslims, and you could already clearly see that all that stuff was orchestrated, man. That was all orchestrated. And then Keir Starmer, they were actually talking about bringing in heavy restrictions now, facial recognition, to reduce the crime. And then they'll start talking about anybody that was even there, that attended a riot, is liable to get arrested and face imprisonment. If you retweeted things, posted things, or posted a footage of the rioting up on Facebook, you are liable to get arrested. And then these things actually happen. So you see how they're playing both sides to bring in that new order, right? So let me just, what we got here. It's creepy convenient to buy with a wave of your hand in China now, until you are blacklisted by social credit system. Once you are blacklisted, the system will immediately freeze your digital wallet bank account. You can't order Uber Eats or ride, right? And so there you go. You're seeing it. Swipe. It's convenient, right? It's easy. Just like that. After your country approves its own CBDC, know this: every dollar or pound, right, you have, every doctor you visit, every meal you eat, every trip you make, every purchase, you know, every move you make, every step you take, and I'll be watching you. And that's these devils. Every purchase, market, pharmacy, coffee, clothes, books, websites, everything will be tracked in real time by the government. So pretty much the government, really, Esau Edom, trying to play the Most High. They're trying to be God, right, forever. So that's it, forever. And that's why what they say to Pharaoh, if I'm not mistaken, if I can just bring it out. This is Exodus. So it says Exodus chapter 8, verse 1, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, go unto Pharaoh and say unto him, thus saith Yahweh, let my people go, that they may serve me, right? Because the Most High wants to establish his kingdom. But Esau wants total control because he's afraid of something. Somebody else wants total control of everything. Like you got a control freak, really, because he's insecure. Like he knows that the Most High is about to establish his kingdom, and he don't want that. And he knows if that happens, that's going to be the end of him. So this devil is going to try and do everything to accuse the Israelites to justify wiping them out, which is why you're seeing the immigrant crisis in America, the Venezuelans, which is pretty much the house of Ephraim. Then you got the Levites, which is the Haitians, coming in, and then there's, you know, pretty much wreaking havoc. They eating and roasting people's cats, and they look bad. They look real bad, man. There's actually footages of this one Haitian woman. She got caught in the act of actually eating a cat, and the police rolled up, came out the car, and literally they just had her standing there, man, and they made her smile and started taking pictures of her, right, like she was some animal, man, right? But this is how they're framing our people. They're setting our people up for failure. Do you see how they're doing it? Right? But the scripture says, let my people go, because the Most High has a remnant to deliver them, right, and elect. But Esau, in his bid for total control, he wants the whole earth to take part in this controlled surveillance system, right? So everybody is tracked. Everybody is forced to take that thing, okay? So even the elect and anybody that don't, they're gonna face the guillotine, the re-educational camps, all of that, man. Right? So there you go. There you have it. This is, if I can just bring this out, in Exodus 21. We all know this one. Verse 2. This is Exodus 21, verse 2. If thou buy a Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve, and the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. He were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. This is the point, verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, right? So if you love this system, you want to participate in it, you don't believe in the kingdom, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. I mean, you don't want the kingdom, you don't want to be saved. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, unto the doorpost. The doorpost spiritually represents your mind. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So you're going to be pretty much a products of the government, right? You're going to have that barcode within you, and they're going to be able to track and monitor every move you make forever. Okay? So there you go. There you have it. This is China's CBDC is linked to your digital ID. The government can control exactly how you spend your money. Imagine you want to buy a Coke. Imagine you want to buy a Coke, but the machine disapproves. Oh, you want a Coke? Sorry, you've already hit your carbon limit for the month. Drink water instead. You see that?
Your face and get your bottle of water.
请面向屏幕。
It's coming. Thank you. That's so convenient. The first time I see such a machine without any devices to pay. Wow.
See that?
So
You see how they're trying to make it so convenient, so lovely. So lovely. In China, CBDC is linked to your digital ID. If you're caught jaywalking, the facial recognition system will immediately display your face on a public board, right, of shame before automatically deducting your fine from your digital wallet. Authority will downgrade your social credit score too. You see? Like he's a criminal. You see how they got him? You see that? How they got you up there like a criminal. That's how they're gonna do it, man. That's how they're gonna do. They're gonna do you dirty like that, right? That's how they're gonna do you, man. The Biden admin aims to implement the Biden administration, really the Kamala Harris administration, aims to implement a central bank digital currency to bring about a cashless society, allowing them to track everything you purchase and control our money. Government's FedNow system is needed first step to achieve their dream of cashless society. This needs to be stopped at its inception or it will be too late. Sir.
Hawaii and joins us now. Congressman, thanks so much for...
Sir.
So dystopian, you'd hate to think it could ever...
Now we have in Europe this threshold. Above 1,000 euros, you cannot pay cash. If you do, you are on the gray market. So you take your risk. You get caught, you are fined, or you go in jail.
So you go to jail for spending your own money if they don't control it. That's coming here. Tulsi Gabbard has spoken out against it. She, of course, ran for president, served in the House from Hawaii, and joins us now. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks, Tucker.
This is so dystopian, you'd hate to think it could ever come here. You think it might?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is just the latest effort by those in power in our country who are intent on undermining and taking away our own freedoms and liberties. This central bank digital currency is about government-sanctioned surveillance and control. It's about them being able to keep track of every single thing that we purchase, whether it's a stick of gum or an automobile or anything in between. And so if they have...
Okay, blah, blah, blah. We already know the deal. Right, so like we already heard the story. Yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be it. And I believe it was, let me go back here. I think, was it here? No. Yeah. So it's painful for them. So in China, integrating central bank system to buy ice cream from China's freezers, you'll now need a minimum social credit score of 550. Okay. That's how they're doing it.
手机上形成零元订单，系统在一定时间内审核扣款。系统审核扣款成功，可点订单详情查看所购物的明细。
Yeah, and it's crazy because in fact,
可看到已扣款成。
我们今天主要讲一下比亚迪汽车充电的一个流程。找一个离自己近的充电站，最好这个充电站是不收停车费的，因为像现在有些充电站，它是既收充电钱又收服务费，而且它还会收停车费。每一个充电站它的价钱是有所不同的，它白天跟晚上的价位也是不同的。像我今天找了个充电站，早上7点到晚上11点。
Sorry. To charge your car, and that's even to charge your car. We're actually saying over there in the Netherlands that, hold on, let me try and bring it out. It says, let me get this real quick. Oh my days. Right, so let's move over here. So lock your. No, this is not right. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. This is that. So even over here in the Netherlands. Or borrow from a pool of cars. Proposed new districts. This is crazy. You know, I'm gonna have to do this for another video. Shalom. Hope you're edified.